What's up guys, ProKnifeThrower. I'm out here today at Mickey Shook's house. We are doing some knife throwing. I'm teaching him a little bit of defensive knife throwing.
Hold on, I'm gonna demo. You stay where you're at. I'm gonna demo one throw to there, you don't move.
Don't do it up. Don't hit it. Come on. Combative applications of knife throwing. I know it's a very lost, arcane art, but it is a real thing and it is very powerful as he's experienced. So we're out here playing a little bit today with just some knives and having a little fun with it. So
I wanna try. Oh shit.
Look, I can't stab into our dummy friend here. Like it doesn't want to stab into him very well at all. I have to pack the force of a hurricane in this thing just to get it to barely stick. Now the same thing here. When I show guys, and this will be a more accurate representation, when you stab, I usually tell guys, grab the knife like you know it's going to go into somebody you're defensively fighting. So you got that. So we'll take a look at that and I'll come over here and try not to hit my knife and just throw a defensive style into the log round. Right? So you can see the difference here that we've got in power. Now no matter what medium you throw in, you can always tell how much power it has by how much it takes to break static. So when I push down, you can break static really easy on the one I throw that I know will stick in somebody. And this is much more.
That's significant.
Yeah, I can climb trees with knives. So, but yeah, the amount of transferred force is an amazing thing. I mean, just in the rubber dummy alone, if I were to go, and you see how it bounces off. But I mean, these things are dull. So watch, let me try again. See what I mean? Now I've got to pack an ass load of force into that.
So you just decided to put a lot more juice behind that one.
Yeah, same cut. And the thing is that these blades are really wide and they're dull, and that's hard rubber. So in real knife throwing, lines and distance don't matter. I'm holding my knife like I use it. People think knife throwing is done like this. Yeah, it can be. But inside of 10 feet, how the hell are you gonna do that? You gonna do this in a fight? No. The only way to flip to a blade held throw is manually transfer. That's the only way you're not gonna drop it.
Sure.
In real knife throwing, I'm holding my blade like this, like I wanna fight. I'm defending myself. This is a grip that I would never use in battle, right? With my thumb on top, because of your loss of retention. Because this can happen, or this can happen really easily. So retention is done this way. But when I go to throw the knife, and I do it quickly, I just change to this real quick. Go boom. So when I'm here and I'm like, hey, stay back, and you got a baseball bat or something that if I get hit with once, I'm dead. Well, I'm not gonna try to knife fight you at that point. I'm trying to leave, and you wanna chase me. So I'm gonna go, hey dude, nuh-uh, and I'm gonna go, shwap, and I'm gonna roll. See what I'm saying? The point of this is like the honey badger. The honey badger bites the nuts off the lion to make sure that it's weaker before he attacks it. So this is the same thing I'm doing here. If the guy's trying to fight me and I'm like, hey dude, stay and I go, shwap. Now I've just honey badgered it ass. Yeah, that thing's hard as shit. But if I honey badger him and I keep my distance, now he can't strike me. I can evade the situation, I can get the hell out of there, you know, or finish the attack. Ideally, it's a primal defense mechanism. It's not meant to be like, oh, I'm gonna take out all my bad guys with this. No, it's an oh shit moment throw. When I go, oh shit, and I'm out. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Anything can be thrown in this manner. It doesn't have to be a big pocket knife. It doesn't have to be a little pocket knife. It doesn't even have to be a damn knife. If I've only got up a knife and there's a sizable rock right there, well, why don't I just throw the rock and keep my knife?
Yeah.
It's the same principle. It's just the principle of being able to go boom and roll out. And this even, the force of this even broke down the lock, you see? But look at how much it's sticking. And this is hard. Like, the reason this knife sticks so hard is because it's thin, it's small, and it's sharp. The bigger knives, they don't like sticking into it because it's such hard rubber. I prefer knives like this, but every single principle works exactly the same. So when I'm up close, the knife is no spin. All the way up until about 10 feet, which is what I call the hair's breadth gap. You know the hair's breadth gap? When you can see an enemy and they've got a weapon, you can tell how close you're gonna be before they can hit you. Just like when someone's gonna punch you. You know when you're right out of that distance. The same thing I do here with a knife. I'm gonna see if it'll stick in the TAT 3D, it probably won't, but once I get to that 10 foot, it's no longer no spin, it goes to one spin, and stays one spin all the way out to 30 feet. So I go from this grip, when I'm fighting I go here for no spin, and I go here for one spin. So it's more like one quick flip, and I'm just making a cut. I'm not throwing a knife. If you try to throw it, you can be the biggest badass on the planet, and it's just gonna go, but you have to make a cut, an actual solid cut. once you make that cut, then your throw is repeatable, deliverable, just like you would under duress when you grab a rock and you're like, ah! That's it. Throw the rock. Yeah, see? So that's hard, but that's still only one rotation into some hard-ass medium. So, but yeah, that instinctive throw can go all the way back to 30 feet or more with one rotation. So that's what makes it. And as long as you make it like a cut, it's like that coup de grace cut. I'm cutting you in half with a saber. That's how I'm generating so much power. On this target, it's not going to show it. But when it hits like this, that's what I want. I want that blade to hit 3/4 underturn because it's cutting in. Once the blade enters flesh, it stops rotating because the flesh acts like a sheath and it stops its rotational force. That grip again, thumb grip. It's very important to note the palm of your knife, or the butt of your knife, has to be in the center of the meridian of the palm of your wrist. Otherwise, what will happen is when you go to throw, it'll make it want to flip. But if I put it here, like if I can point my knife at my enemy really easily, see how it rests on your thumb?
From here to here.
Yes, exactly.
Here to here.
To resting flat with the butt of the knife in the middle of the here. You got it. Yep. Okay. So my up close throw or my far back throw is the same grip. And the reason is because what I'm doing here is slowing down the rotation of the knife to as much as possible. Slowing it down from spinning. So when I go to cut, I'm cutting, remember, I'm not throwing, I'm following through. That follow through is the most important thing.
But I'm releasing.
You're not releasing, it's sliding out of your hand.
It's just sliding.
The body will do it. You don't actively open your hand, you don't actively release, you just cut. Now when I go for accuracy, I cut here and I throw the same. When I aim for throwing, I throw at the same point of my cut. You see how I turn my torso to let the power expel out behind me? Because if I hold down, if I stop my arm
forward,
what's that?
Your right foot forward.
Like a keto, yes, right foot forward. And what that does is when I finish, you see my stance becomes an iron horse stance. Done here is taking the sword and projected my cut. And now I can grab another weapon, transfer techniques.
Or flee.
Or flee, right, yeah. So, and that's the biggest point, I'm leaving the situation. This is hammer grip, one spin. I'm gonna try to do this really slow and then do it faster to show you that the spin, what's the most important thing in this technique is that the spin does not change according to your power level. That is the most important thing for any combative application.
According to power level.
Right, so I can throw the same rotation at 20% power or 100% power. And when you're under duress, it's very important that you're able to do the same thing at the same whatever. I throw about 10 feet, like I said, it changes to a hammer grip. I'm gonna do that really slow. See, so right there, I've done that really slow, but I've done the motion. It's like when you practice for shooting. You don't have to go 100% speed all the time, but if I do it, I still do it completely. At 10 foot, I just go and make the same cut. Now I did that with no power.
Did you step?
No, I just have my foot. Under 10 feet in combat, I can't step.
I didn't know if I saw your foot.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just stand like I've stepped.
Okay.
So I'm, like this if I would be, if I would be in a fighting stance. So what I want you to do is go down to half grip and just choke. There you go. Now make the same cut. Now hit the target and it'll stick. See? Just look. As I push back and I get towards 7-8 feet, I gotta make sure that it's not flipping. So what I do is I push into the ass of this knife like this, right? So when I'm pushing with my thumb, it's literally like this. You know what I mean? I'm swiping through that knife and letting it, none of this. Snap cut, right? Just right where you're aiming. Good. That felt a little more nice. Nice. So that's that snap throw. Now I want you to back up a step. Doing this for so long. So just regular cut. There it is. So that's a regular cut. Now if you did that same cut from there, stay there, with power, like I'm actually cutting somebody down.
Same grip?
Same grip, fist grip, and just cut them in half. Actually cut. Can you do it again? Don't whip it though. Just cut. Like. Nice. Now feel that thing.
That felt good coming out of my hand.
Now feel how much power is in that. You didn't even throw it hard.
Yeah. Felt good.
Right. So that cut that you just did is the same method of cut the whole way. The only thing that changes is this, and that. That's it. What happens is with the left foot forward, I throw like this, and I have a very crossed posture where I'm only drawing power from this. When I switch feet, I'm drawing power, even just standing, I'm drawing power from the whole up. Once I finish that cut, I'm in a position to run or kick the knife into you further. No, I'm just playing. But this gives you that iron horse position where I'm centered in my stance, ready to run and get the hell out of there. But it also provides you with two things. When I step left foot forward, look at this angle. Watch what happens. See how that rotator cuff just opened up? Now it's completely free and I can throw hard as I want all day long and let that power rotate around me and slide out, and it doesn't hurt me at all. The same way Aikido would be done with a, you know, regular sword cut. When I step in, I step with the right, and they do that to draw power up this whole lateral.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. I'll give you a little target to hit.
I'm gonna nail that dandelion.
Just cut the dandelion. Ooh, that was close. Might as well. Let me move that.
You're gonna hit the dandelion.
There you go. See how I give you a target and fixate your cutting point? Yep.
Do the same thing with
But
shooting.
look how soft you're throwing and how much power you're getting on this. You couldn't stab a knife this hard into this target.
No, you're right. We tried it.
Yeah, I mean, it's barely sticks. I mean,
Think
just
you can hit that
do it.
dandelion?
Rotationally? Probably. Let's try. Ooh, I blocked myself.
Right in line.
So rotationally, target throwing is different when I'm aiming just for accuracy.
Yeah! That's badass.
But in competition, that's how we throw. You see
Look
how
at
much
that.
more accurate that becomes.
That's freaking sweet.
Cool shit, man.
That's super cool.
I appreciate you having me out.
Yeah, man. That's a good ending point right
You
there.
guys, check out the saber tooth if you do. This will be available at the end of this month. Knives Illustrated is doing a big review on it. This will be available through my site and M3 Tactical also. So if you guys want some killer live edge knives that are made to withstand the apocalypse, there we go.
And go.
What's up, guys? Jason Johnson, Pro Knife Thrower. And today I'm out here at Mickey Such's, right?
God, you son
Damn
of
it.
a bitch.
Hold the camera.
And go.
What's up, guys? Pro Knife Thrower out here today at Mickey Shook's house.
And go. Don't hold back.
Let that cut come all the way through.
Don't hold back.
So this is like my deterrent to bite you in the nuts to stop you from chasing me, so I don't have to kill you. Over to under. People are like, oh, you're giving your weapon to your enemy. You're right, in a big way. And I'll get it back later, after court. Playing a little bit today with just some knives and having a little fun with it, so.
I want to try. Oh, shit.
All right.
I almost kicked you.
Don't worry about me, worry about that blade coming at you.